कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे.
Thank you, kids, for joining. If people can turn their cameras on, it will be nice. Can you guys see the screen? Yes? Yes? Kids, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ishan and Meera, can you turn your cameras on?
Okay. Mira's not there. She'll be there in a sec. Okay.
Okay, so what have we been doing? I think we took a break with chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita. Now we're back to our Chaitanya Bhagavat, right? Remember, little Nimai has grown up, 16, 17 years old, is married. What's the name of his wife? What's the name? Who can tell me? Ishan?
Lakshmi Priya.
Lakshmi Priya, right? We all discussed about the marriage ceremony, the wedding ceremony. It was so nice. They looked like Narayan and Lakshmi. We discussed all that. Now we are going to discuss a new chapter, right? So, you guys ready? Let me ask you a question. Who can tell me the different names of Nimai? Who can tell me the different names of Nimai? Anybody? Hari, you want to say the different names of Nimai? Hari, can you hear me? No? Just one name.
Yes, I don't. Nimai.
Nimai, but then what else? Who is Nimai?
Oh, Krishna.
Krishna, okay. But what was his how was he known as all over the world? What do we worship him as?
Vishnu.
Jai. You have these dancing deities, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, Adhav.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, Hari? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Nimai, yes or no? What are the other names? Who can tell me the other names of Nimai? Yes, Gauri?
What is Vishwambar?
Vishambar is his childhood name. Very nice. Any other name you want to say?
No.
Okay, let's go Ishan.
Wait, did we do wait.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai, Vishambar, what else?
Wait, I forgot.
Gaura,
Gaurasundar?
Gaura Sundar, Gauranga, Hari, your brother's name, Gaura. All these are Nimai's names. Yes, Hari? Yes, these are Nimai's names. And if people can turn their cameras on, Meera, Aniket, Shlok, Gauri is turning her camera on. So, okay, now we will go into chapter 11, right? So, here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Nimai, who's not Chaitanya Mahaprabhu yet, is going to meet his guru, Ishwara Puri, right? So, Vishambhar, who was Nimai, he used to travel all around Navdeep, the place where he used to live, Nadia, right? Mayapur. He used to travel all around holding his book, right? In the form of, he's holding beloved Saraswati. He's such a scholar. Remember, he's a scholar, he's a pandit. There was nobody who could defeat him in arguments in Sanskrit. And he used to discuss explanations only with the most fortunate Ganga Das Pandit. Who is Ganga Das Pandit? Who is Gangadas Pandit? Yes, Adav?
Is it Nimai's guru?
Yes, Nima is Guru. Yes. He learned Sanskrit from Gangadas Pandit. And the materialistic people used to think, oh my God, this guy is so brilliant. How fortunate are his parents. And the ladies thought he was more beautiful than the Cupid, right? And the atheists thought that he's worse. He's like death. He's like death personified, right? And the people used to think that he is equal in knowledge to Brihaspati. We have done this. We are revising. Brihaspati is the guru of the demigods, right? And when the Vaishnavas, when the devotees saw him, they felt jubilation. They felt happy, but at the same time they were sad. Can anybody tell me why they were sad when they saw Vishambar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Why were they sad? Why were they sad? They should be very happy that Krishna is in front of them. Yes, Ishan?
Wait, the Vaishnavas were sad because he wasn't a devotee.
Correct, 100%. Very nice. Because he's not become a devotee yet. He was just showing off his skills. He was showing off that I am great in Sanskrit. I'm the master. Does this happen to you guys? Like somebody shows off? Does this happen in your class school? Like somebody shows off their skills in math or English or singing or this or that? Does this happen? Does not happen? Narasimhadev, are you taking your hands off the laptop, right? Are you guys able to hear me? Nobody's answering this question. Does anybody show off? Yes? Okay. So the Vaishnavas used to think that this guy, this Nimai, has such a divine body, but he has no attraction for Krishna. What good is his education if he's simply wasting his time? So they were bewildered by like what is going on. He's such a scholar, but he doesn't want to worship Krishna. And some of them told him like, why do you waste your time in just like trying to be a scholar? Why don't you worship Krishna? So then the Lord used to say, smile at them and said, I am very fortunate that you're instructing me, that you're giving me the right instructions. So as the time passed, even the Lord's servants could not recognize. They could not recognize that he is Krishna himself, right? So, so how the atheists will recognize him? Even the Lord's servants could not recognize him. And Navdeep was a famous place for studying, right? Like you guys have Northeast, like the place where MIT, Harvard, those universities are there in the US. That's a famous place for studies. Similarly, in India, Navdeep was famous for studies at that time. A lot of people would come from all over India to study in Navdeep, right? And many Vaishnavas, give me 1 second. Many Vaishnavas came to study in the bank of Ganga in Navdeep, and they were renounced devotees of Krishna. They were just loving Krishna so much, and they had come by the order of the Lord. Remember, in Krishna Lila, a lot of demigods had taken birth in the Yadu dynasty to help Lord Krishna. Similarly, in Ramayana, a lot of demigods had taken birth in the form of monkeys. Similarly, here, a lot of devotees, a lot of demigods had taken birth as people in Navdeep and nearby areas. And after the school hours, they regularly met at a solitary place to discuss topics of Lord Krishna, these devotees. And among those devotees, there was one guy whose name was Sri Mukunda. And he was so soulful in singing. so nicely used to sing kirtan, right? That their hearts melted when he sang. Does this happen when you hear some kirtan and you have tears in your eyes, your hearts melt? Does this happen? Has this happened to anybody where you guys love the kirtan so much? Has anybody experienced that a kirtan is going on and you're just feeling so ecstasy, you're feeling so happy? Has this happened to anybody of you? I'm asking a question. Has anybody experienced so much happiness when a kirtan is going on? Gauri, you're saying yes? Oh, it's almost there. Okay.
Yeah.
I've experienced love for the kirtan, but I haven't ever started crying.
So say that again, Hari. I can't hear you properly. You felt like crying? Is that what you said when you heard the kirtan? Hari is frozen. Okay. So he used to sing so nicely, Nimai, that Sri Mukunda, that people, their hearts melted when he sang, right? And in the afternoon, all the devotees used to meet in the house of Advaita, Advaita Prabhu. Who is Advaita Prabhu? Who is Advaita Prabhu? Who can tell me who is Advaita Prabhu? Somebody else, not Ishan. Who is Advaita Prabhu? We say, right? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita. Who is Shri Advaita? Nobody knows Shri Advaita? Okay, Narsimhadev, do you know who is Shri Advaita?
Is it Advaita Acharya?
Advaita Acharya, yes. Who is he?
Well, he's I know he's part of the Panchatattva, and and he's also a great servant of the Lord, and he's known for his because he worships the Lord a lot.
And in the picture, how is he shown?
Um, he looks like kind of in the picture. He looks like a Brahmin giving
Old Brahmin,
instructions.
young Brahmin.
Yeah, young Brahmin giving instructions.
Okay, all right. Adhav, is he old Brahmin, young Brahmin?
I mean, I saw the like in I went to Vrindavan and then I went to this one temple and I saw all the five people
Panchatattvas.
and Advaita Acharya had a beard.
Yes, exactly. Advaita Acharya is old. He's disappeared. Right? He's the oldest of all the Panchatattvas. He's not in the pictures, he's not shown as young. So the devotees used to meet in the house of Sri Advaita, right? He's Mahavishnu himself. Remember, he actually worshipped the Shaligram Shila and he cried out, Krishna, please come. He worshipped Shaligram Shila with the Ganga water and the Tulsi. And because of him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, right? So Mukunda used to go to Advaita Acharya's house and he used to sing there. And everybody who was there, they used to fall on the ground in ecstatic love, right? Some of them were crying, some of them laughed, others danced, right? And the clothes of some people scattered as they rolled on the ground, right? As someone roared as he challenged the ages of Maya, saying, This is Krishna consciousness. And somebody would hold of Mukunda's feet, saying, You're singing so very nicely. In this way, the Vaishnavas enjoyed great ecstasy, great happiness, and they forgot all the distress. And our little Nimai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was very satisfied, was very pleased with Mukunda. So whenever the Lord would see him, he would stop him, right? And then the Lord would then ask Mukunda for a question, like, Do you know this verse, this Sanskrit grammar? And Mukunda would say something, and Nimai would say, wrong. This is wrong. And immediately an argument would begin. Have you guys ever experienced something when you go to when your friend challenges you and he always tells you, no, you're wrong, you're wrong. This reminds me, Narasimha Dev playing the drama of Sakshi Gopal saying, you're a liar. This is ridiculous. Right? He told those lines very nicely. The kids in South Florida, the people you don't know, they did a Sakshi Gopal drama, and Narasimha Dev was the son of what's his name? Kali. Your Narasimha Dev, your name was Kalidas, right? So he was the son of Ishan. What was your name?
Vishwanath.
Vishwanath's son. And he didn't want to give anything, his sister, in marriage to that young Brahmana. So Lord Nimai used to fight with Mukunda, right? But Mukunda was also very learned, right? He was able to present arguments and counter arguments to Nimai's challenge. And so the Lord recognized his devotees by challenging them for clarification on some point, but everybody was defeated by Nimai. Everybody was defeated by Nimai, right? Shrivas. Who is Shrivas? Who is Shrivas? Who can tell me who is Shrivas? Okay. Somebody else, not Ishan. Who is Shrivas? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas. Yes, so Shrivas' name is coming here. Yes, Gauri, who is Shrivas?
So he's part of the Panchatattva, and
Yeah.
and like the devotees, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his followers, they used to do kirtan at his house at
Yeah.
Shivas and
Yeah.
Ajahns.
And Shrivas in like, who is Shrivas in Bhagavatam? Like, who is he? Like Advaita Acharya is Mahavishnu. Shrivas is what?
I forgot.
He has a veena in his hand.
Narad Muni?
Yes, Shrivas is Narad Muni. Shrivas. Okay, Narasimha, please don't play with the laptop. Yes, Adav, you want to say something? And no chatting, okay? No chatting, please. Adav, you want to say something?
I see the fifth one or the fourth one, because it's like
The fifth
in the
one.
like Panchatattva, it's like Advaita Acharya, Nitai,
He's on the other side.
Nityananda.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar. Gadadhar is Radharani Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Okay. Please, can somebody stop chatting, please?
So
Okay, I
he's
have to.
the last one.
He's the last one, yes. Okay, let me do this more. Host tools, participants. Okay, I have to share my screen again. Yeah. So Shrivas and other devotees were also challenged by Nimai. Nimai also used to challenge Shrivas, but they all ran in fear. They all ran in fear of wasting time in useless arguments. They think, we will just chant. Why to just waste time with Nimai in arguing? And they did not care to hear anything, these devotees, Shrivas, Advaita Acharya, Mukunda, that if it is not Krishna consciousness, why to waste time? But Nimai, as soon as he saw any devotee, he would challenge him. And when they failed to give the correct response, the Lord would tease him. Oh, you don't know this much? You don't know this much? 2 + 2 = 4? Not like that, but he was used to ask questions, right? Oh, you don't know this much? Do you guys tease your friends when they don't understand? Have you seen friends tease each other when they don't answer questions, when they don't know? Do you guys also do tease each other? Is it a good thing, teasing about saying somebody doesn't know? What do you guys think? Is it a good thing of teasing? No, it's not, right? So when they saw that the Lord is coming from a distance, they would run away, right? And the devotees used to love hearing the topics of Lord Krishna. But Nimai did not mention anything about Krishna when he challenged them. One day, Nimai was walking along the streets, on the main street, along with his students. Remember, he was a student. He was also learning Sanskrit, but he was a scholar by then. I mean, he had also his students who were studying underneath him. And he was very proud. He was very proud at that time. He was displaying the symptoms of great pride. And at that time, Mukunda was on his way to take bath in the Ganga. But then he saw Nima is coming. That guy is coming. He's so proud and he's going to ask me questions. Let's just run away. So he ran away. Then the Lord, he had another friend called Govinda. Nima asked Govinda, why is this boy Mukunda running away from me? Govinda said, oh, Pandit, oh, Nima Pandit, I don't know why he's running away. Probably he has some work. Then Nimai said, I know the reason why he's avoiding me. He doesn't want to speak to a non-devotee. See, I don't worship Krishna, so I'm a non-devotee. He doesn't want to worship. He doesn't want to talk to me. This boy only studies Vaishnava literature. He studies Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and I'm only explaining grammar. I'm not talking about Krishna. Probably that's why he's not talking to me. And therefore he ran away. Then the Lord said bad names to Mukunda. He said, oh, wow, Mukunda, you're like this. Mukunda, you're like that. But in his heart, Nimai was actually satisfied with Mukunda. And indirectly, he told who he was. And he said, what did Nimai say? My dear boy, how long will you avoid me? How long will you avoid my clutches? Do you think by running away you will be safe? Do you think by running away you will avoid my association? You know, when I finish my studies, then all of you will see my Vaishnava qualities. I'll be such a great Vaishnava that Brahma and Shiva will come to my door. What is he saying? Is it true that Brahma and Shiva will come to his door? Is it true? Brahma and Shiva will come to his door? Why is he saying that? Can anybody tell me why is he saying that? Is he telling a lie here? Brahma and Shiva will come to his door? So what's the answer? Who wants to answer? Yes, Meera?
I'm just saying I can't turn on my video because I'm eating.
Okay. Can anybody answer my question? Why is Nimai saying that Brahma and Shiva will also come to my door? Yes, Adhav?
He's like the supreme personality of Godhead, and he's
Yes. He's the supreme personality of Godhead, and people will know that he's also the greatest devotee of Krishna. He's Krishna, but he's also the greatest devotee of Krishna as Nimai, right? And as then he said, Nimai said, those who run away from me, they will chant my glories. They will say, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. And they will discuss about my qualities tomorrow. So he's telling his identity. He's secretly telling his identity now, right? So in this way, Nimai smiled after speaking like this, and he returned home with the students. So who can understand these qualities of Vishambara unless he reveals them? In this way, the devotees resided in a Navdeep, which was filled with people intoxicated by wealth and children. And when the people heard the kirtan, they thought, oh, there were so many non-devotees in that area. Or they said, oh, these guys are just doing kirtan so that people will give them money and they can buy food. That's why they're doing this kirtan. And somebody would say, these people are just dancing like madmen. They don't want to study. They just want to dance. What kind of behavior is this? Do you guys think that somebody will laugh when you dance in the kirtan? Has anybody laughed when you dance in the kirtan? What do you guys think? Yes, Adav.
Well, I mean, if they're joyful, then they will laugh.
Say that again.
If they're joyful, then they will laugh.
They will not laugh.
If they're
Your
joyful,
volume is very low, beta.
oh, if they're joyful, then technically, like, they might laugh if they're joyful, if they're having like a good time.
Let's say a friend of yours from school comes to kirtan, right? He doesn't know all these things. He's coming there the first time. And Adav, you're jumping in joy and you're dancing and you're laughing. What will they think about you?
Probably like,
You're a madman.
no, because
They
I
will,
have like good friends. They respect my religion.
okay, they respect. Okay. Yes, Narsimadev.
Well, some of our high school friends are gonna be like, "What's he doing?" I don't know. It's a he if he's doing what he wants, I guess so. I
Okay.
guess that's what they would say.
Yes. Very nice. Yes, Meera, what would your friends say?
Um, so apparently Ishan isn't actually paying attention and that's his mom.
Yeah, ask Ishan to pay attention. Okay.
He's not
Okay.
even listening, he's just watching TV.
Ishan, that's wrong. Ishan, please pay attention.
Oh, you could talk
Okay.
to him.
Okay, Hari, you were going to say something? If people from your school or your friends who are non devotees, they see you jumping with joy and dancing, what would they say?
I don't exactly have many non-devotee friends. And if I do, they're out of Florida.
Okay, okay.
So
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's good that you have all devotee friends. Um, so then somebody, even some devotees would say, because they've not tasted the actual taste of Krishna consciousness, they said, I have studied Srimad Bhagavatam for a long time, but I've never seen any text, any purport where it says dance and cry for Krishna. Like, why do they have to do this? Why they cannot sit and study Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam? And somebody used to say, this Srivas, he does chanting and kirtan in his house all night long, along with his three brothers, and we cannot sleep after eating in the afternoon or in the night. They keep doing kirtan, loud kirtan. Why can't they chant softly? Why do they have to chant loudly? Must one chant, dance, and shout loudly? In this way, all these atheists of Nadia, Mayapur, they abused the Vaishnavas whenever they saw this, right? So the devotees were sad, they were greatly distressed. They would chant Krishna's name and cry loudly, when Krishna will come? When will Krishna come? How long will this miserable condition last? Oh, Krishna Chandra, please come. Please manifest yourself to other people. So these Vaishnavas, these devotees went to Advaita Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, and told these non-devotees are abusing us. And Advaita Acharya became angry, and he loudly exclaimed, I will kill them all. My Lord who carries a chakra is coming. Who is that Lord who carries a chakra? Who is that Lord who carries a chakra? Yes, Meera?
Vishnu.
Krishna. What happened to Narsimadev? Where is he? Narsimadev, please. Okay, don't change your backgrounds. And Advaita Acharya is saying, I will make Krishna appear before the eyes of all. Then this person Advaita will be known as the servant of Krishna. Please wait for a few more days, my dear brothers, and you will see Krishna right here. Why is he saying that? Why is Advaita Acharya saying that? That they will see Krishna right there. Why? What will happen? Any guesses? What will happen? Why is he saying like that? Why is Advaita Acharya saying that? Why is he saying that? No guesses? Because Nima, you want to say something? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will become a devotee of the Lord. He will come out in the front and he will not become proud now. He will become a devotee of Krishna. So when the devotees heard that Advaita Acharya is making that proclamation, they became happy and they started doing kirtan, right? And as the auspicious sounds of kirtans, Krishna's names arose, Advaita Acharya and all the other devotees became overwhelmed, right? And whatever abuses they heard, they forgot all about those abuses and they felt joy in their hearts, so much joy. And this way, Lord Vishambara, Nimai also used to study there, and he was passing his days, and he was giving joy to his mother, whose name is, what is his mother's name? What is Nimai's mother's name? Yes, Gauri?
Sachi Mata.
Sachi Mata, Mother Sachi. In the meantime, Sri Ishwar Puri came, and he was disguised. He was a sannyasi. Who is a sannyasi? What do you mean by a sannyasi? Who can tell me who is a sannyasi? Hari, who is a sannyasi?
Someone who has passed the Brahman initiation. Someone who's at a higher level.
I passed Brahman initiation. I'm not a sannyasi. Who is a sannyasi?
One who takes further steps.
What are those
Taking
further steps?
like becoming Guru Maharaj or
Okay, not necessarily a guru, but something else. Yes, let's see. Adhav, who is a sannyasi?
A sannyasi. I mean, I'm probably not correct, but is it like someone that just like settles somewhere and dedicates their life to Krishna?
Yes, they have left all their family, left everything. They have taken on saffron clothes. They have a danda, right? And they become like they've dedicated their entire life to only Krishna with their mind, body, and words. Right? They have left their family. So Ishwar Puri, who is a sannyasi, he came to Navdeep. And he had so much love for Krishna. And his guru's name was Madhavendra Puri. Remember the story of Madhavendra Puri when he was hungry and he didn't want to go out and do madhukari or like beg for food, and then Krishna came with that pot of milk. Remember? So he's Madhavendra Puri's disciple, Ishwara Puri. And Ishwara Puri was most merciful and very dear to Lord Krishna, right? So, and he was hiding, like he was disguising that nobody could recognize that this is Sri Ishwar Puri, right? He came at the house of Advaita Acharya. Which house did he came? He came at the house of Advaita Acharya. So, he humbly sat down in the house of Advaita Acharya, where Advaita Prabhu was there, where he was performing his puja, and he was glowing so much. Who was glowing? Ishwara Puri was glowing so much. He had effulgence that Advaita Acharya could feel that he is a great personality. And Advaita Acharya looking at him is like, who is this person? Who is this person? He is radiant. He is glowing. Who is this glowing? Then he asked, Dear Prabhu, who are you? I think you are a Vaishnava sannyasi. I think you are a Vaishnava sannyasi. And Ishwar Puri says, I'm lower than a Shudra. I'm nobody. I have come to see your lotus feet. You are such an exalted devotee. I have just come to see your feet. Who is a Shudra? Does anybody know who's a Shudra? Who is a Shudra? Who is a Shudra? Somebody besides Sadhav. What are the 4 classes of men? Okay, let's see, Ishan.
Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra.
The Shudras, they served all the 3 classes. So he's saying, I'm lower than a Shudra. I've just come to see your lotus feet, right? And so Mukunda was also there at Advaita Acharya's house. Remember, Mukunda sings very nice kirtan that people just cry or dance or they roll on the ground. So he saw that this guy is a Vaishnava sannyasi, is not telling, let me sing. He started singing kirtan. With singing that kirtan with great devotion, right? He started singing with great devotion. Adav sings nicely, Gauri sings so nicely, Narsimadev sings so nicely, Meera is trying to learn to sing nicely, Ishan sings nicely, Hari sings so nicely. All of you guys sing nicely, Govind sings nicely, but you have to sing nicely with devotion, with bhakti in your heart. That Lord, I want you. Lord, I want to serve you. So with bhakti, he's singing. It's just not a musical performance, right? Kirtan is not just a musical performance. It's something you do from your heart. Does this make sense? Are we doing kirtan just to please people, saying I am a good kirtaniya, I can sing nicely? What is the purpose of kirtan? Who can tell me? Yes, Adav.
To please Krishna.
To please Krishna and his devotees. It's not a performance. You sing with bhakti. So he's singing from the bottom of his heart. And as soon as the sound of Mukunda's singing entered Ishwar Puri's ears, Ishwar Puri fell to the ground. Tears and tears, instances, they were not stopping. The tears started coming from his eyes. And the waves of his love increased again and again. He's like, oh Krishna, and tears of love coming from his eyes. Advaita Prabhu Acharya understood this is not an ordinary person. He took Mukunda in his arms, and Advaita Acharya, when he took him in his arms, his body became wet with tears because Mukunda was crying so much. And the symptoms of ecstatic love continued to increase. Both of them, Advaita Acharya felt so happy, and Shri Ishwar Puri also feeling happy as Mukunda began to recite so many verses. And there was all the people, all the devotees who were there, they were filled with uncomparable happiness as they saw that these people are so happy. So later, when they heard that he was Ishwara Puri, because Ishwara Puri is very famous, he's the disciple of Madhavendra Puri. The devotees all think, wow, Ishwar Puri has come to our house, to Advaita Acharya's house. And they all thanked the Lord. They all said, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. They remembered Hari, right? So at that, like this, Ishwar Puri wandered in Navdeep, but he was in disguise. So one day, our Nimai, our Gaura Sundar, was returning home from school, and he met Sri Ishwarapuri, right? Who did he meet? Ishwarapuri. Is this boring? I see you guys are not paying attention. Is this boring? Are you guys understanding the story? Meera, are you understanding the story?
I was out.
You were not understanding the story?
Second part. Well, the before, because I missed it.
Okay, you will learn from Ishan, okay?
Okay. But Ishan didn't pay attention.
That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing.
For half of the thing. So then I'll just watch the YouTube.
Okay, okay.
Aw.
Ishan, tell to Meera what is happening, right? So,
Okay.
Nimai was returning home from the school and he saw Ishwarapuri. So, as soon as he saw Ishwarapuri, because he's elder in age, he offered his obeisances. Nimai offered his obeisances. He did Dandavat Pranam. And Ishwarapuri saw Nimai. He saw Vishambar. He saw Gaura Sundar. And he's so beautiful. He's so beautiful that it cannot be described in words. Right? He's the reservoir of extraordinary qualities. He's Krishna himself, but he's not blackish, he's not bluish, he's golden color. All the people did not know that he's Krishna himself. They used to respect him because he's so beautiful and he's so scholarly. He's a Pandit. He knows Sanskrit so very well. So when Ishwar Puri saw Nima, he could understand that this Nima is a great personality. He's grave. He's a serious personality, an exalted personality. He's a great personality. So Ishwar Puri said, "Oh Brahmana, what is your name? Where are you studying? And who are you teaching? Where do you live?" The others replied, "He's Nimai Pandit. You don't know? He's Nimai Pandit. That's why he's got the name Pandit. He's a big teacher." Ishwar said, "Oh, so you are Nimai. Has this happened to any one of you when people don't know you, but then they come to know of your name and they say, oh, you are that person? Has that happened?" So this is Nimai's name was very famous, right? So then Lord said, Ishwar Puri Maharaj, please come for lunch at my place. And then he brought him home. Mother Sachi prepared an offering for Krishna. She offered the bhoga, and both Nimai and Ishwar Puri started eating the lunch. Yes, Meera, you have a question?
I'm leaving.
Why?
I'm going.
Going somewhere? Okay, okay.
Bye.
So thereafter, Ishwarpuri became full. So Ishwarpuri honored the prasadam, and he started talking about Krishna to Nimai. And Ishwarpuri, when he was talking about Krishna, he had so many symptoms of love for Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai was very happy that Ishwarpuri has so much love for Krishna. Ishwarpuri stayed in Navdeep for a few months at the house of Sri Gopinath Acharya. I'm not going to go into the details of who is Gopinath Acharya. Gopinath Acharya actually is Brahmaji, or the other people say that he is a Sakhi. So he is staying at the house of Gopinath Acharya, Ishwarapuri. Everybody was happy to see Ishwarapuri, and our Nimai also used to go and see Ishwarapuri. And there is another devotee called Gadadhar. He was a great devotee of Krishna, right? Who is Gadadhar? Who is Gadadhar? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Who is Gadadhar? Who is Gadadhar? Who is Gadadhar? Who can tell me who is Gadadhar? Hari? Who is Gadadhar?
One of the Panchatattvas.
One of the Panchatattvas. But like we said, Srivas is Narad Muni. So who is Gadadhar?
Radharani.
Radharani, yes. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna with the heart of Radha. But Gadadhar is Radharani himself in the male body. So Gadadhar had so much love for Krishna that all the Vaishnavas felt great affection for him. Ishwar Puri also liked him, saying, "This guy, this little boy, has so much love for Krishna," and he also felt so much love for Gadadhar. So he gave him a book. He gave Gadadhar Pandit a book that Ishwar Puri had written called Krishna Leelamrita. He had written a book called Krishna Leelamrita. So he gave that book to Gadadhar Pandit. And so, at one day, Nimai went in the evening to see Ishwara Puri. Ishwar Puri was very happy to see Nimai, right? Give me 1 second. So, okay, sorry, this is another story. Okay, I will not share the PowerPoint because I cannot see. So Gadadhar, so Ishwar Puri asked Nimai when Nimai came to see him and said, "You're a big scholar, you're a big Pandit, you're a big scholar of Sanskrit, right? I have written a book about the characteristics of Lord Krishna. I would be more satisfied if you tell me whether there is any fault in this book I have written, because you know grammar perfectly, you know Sanskrit. Can you tell me what are the faults?" And Krishna and Nimai said, what did Nimai say? That if somebody finds a fault in the poetry or the work of for Krishna, then they're a fool. They're a sinful person. Krishna is pleased with devotees' poetry, even if it has faults, then he's pleased, right? So Krishna loves, like, when somebody writes a poetry for them, writes a book for them, even though it is faulty, it might have grammatical mistakes, it's still better than a book which is not about Krishna and it is faultless. It is still better because it is about Krishna. That is what it is Nima is saying, right? Because the Lord sees the degree of devotion. He doesn't see, are you pronouncing it correctly? Right? A lot of people cannot say, like, if they are not from the Indian background, they might not be able to pronounce things correctly. The Lord doesn't see that. The Lord sees what is in your heart. Are you praying? Are you chanting with love and devotion? Right? The Lord sees that. They are not saying that, are you pronouncing the words correctly or not? So he said, Nimai says, how can I find faults? How can I dare to find faults in your book? And Ishwar Puri was very happy that this guy knows about Krishna and he's talking like an expert. Okay, even if you find faults in my book, you will not be at fault. But you must tell me if there is any error in the book. So Nimai would daily sit with Ishwar Puri for 1 or 2 hours to discuss Ishwar Puri's books, right? So one day, after reading the book, Nimai said, okay, there is a grammatical mistake here. I think it should not be like this, it should be like this. So, okay. Ishwari Puri said, okay, I will take a look. So Nimai came the next day. And then Ishwari Puri said, no. The one I wrote is correct because of this reason. Nimai was so happy to hear that Ishwar Puri said the right thing. He did not argue with him. This is the first time he's not arguing. And he did not find any fault in the book. Did not find any fault. But the Lord can always find faults because he's the perfect person. He's the supreme person. But he did not find any fault in Ishwar Puri because he wanted to glorify Ishwar Puri. That this guy is a very exalted devotee. And he made that mistake of finding a fault which was not a fault, so that just to glorify Ishwarapuri. In this way, Ishwarapuri enjoyed scholastic pastimes with Gaurachandra. He used to converse, talk with Gaurachandra, and Ishwarapuri would not remain in one place because he was so ecstatic and he was a sannyasi. He was so happy doing the things what he did for Krishna. So he left that Navdeep place and went to some other pilgrimage. And whoever hears these topics about Ishwarpuri, if you hear attentively, we recite at the lotus feet of Krishna. And Ishwarpuri had attained the love of Godhead from his spiritual master, Madhavendra Puri. So he traveled all around India. So this completes our chapter number 11. So who can tell me what did we learn? What did we learn from this story? What did we learn from this story? And we will pick up the next story next time. Yes, Adhav?
Like, don't be too proud.
So why is Nimai proud?
Because he's the Supreme Personality of
So is it okay for the Supreme Person to be proud?
No. Yes.
Yes? Okay. Somebody else wants to say something? Why? Is it okay to be proud? Aniket, is
No.
it okay? Okay, yes, Hari, is it okay to be proud?
No.
Why is it not okay?
Humans like us, we're like tiny ants to Krishna. So when we're proud, that proudness can go away in like less than a second. Krishna can take away our abilities. It's okay or I feel like it's okay for Krishna to be proud because the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the one who made us and who deserves.
But is Krishna proud? Actually, is Krishna proud?
No.
So why is Nimai proud?
To show that I'm the best at grammar.
Okay, let's see who else wants to say. Aniket, is it okay to be proud?
No.
Why not?
Because if you're proud, then you overestimate yourself, and that'll lead to you messing up.
Okay, all right, that's a good answer. Narsimadev, why Nimai was proud? Is it a good thing?
I mean, since he's a Supreme Personality of Godhead, he can be proud. But like, since he was Nimai there, like pretending to be a person, it's not good for him to be proud. And he was proud because like he knew a lot of he had lots of knowledge, and I think this was after, maybe, like when he was like doing like the battles about like the Sanskrit thingy. I can't remember, like, because he was beating everyone, so he was like kind of proud of that.
Yeah. But was he doing the right thing? Was
No.
he doing? No. So why Nimai is showing off? Because he wants to show the world when later he becomes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he becomes a devotee of Krishna, that all that pride was wrong. He gave up all that pride and said, you don't need all this big knowledge without loving Krishna. You need knowledge to love Krishna. So he's showing the world that this show off is not good. What other lesson did you guys learn? What other lesson did you learn? Krishna, we talked about some kind of kirtan thing.
Arguing is never the answer.
Sorry, say that again, Hari.
Arguing is never the answer.
I cannot hear you. Come closer to the mic and say.
Arguing is never the answer.
Arguing is never the answer. That is true. Very nice. What else? When you sing kirtan, is it a musical performance? What is it? Yes, Narsimadev.
Just to please Krishna.
Please Krishna and his devotees. So what should you do?
You should sing from your heart, like not just to be like famous, like to be known. Like he's a good kirtaniya. It's for Krishna, so he's happy. He's pleased.
So what should be your mood while singing Kirtanada? What should be your mood while singing Kirtan?
Like, joyful, like just thinking about Krishna.
Yes, prayerful.
Yeah.
Radha Krishna, I want to serve you. I want to serve your devotees. Think about Krishna, meditate on Krishna. Then you sing, and you will touch the hearts of everybody. Okay, so we will end here. I was supposed to do 3 shlokas, but we don't have time. We will do the shlokas next week, and probably we'll have some kind of look at quiz. We will see. Okay. So we say our prayers. Vancha kalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Chaitanya Bhagavat ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you, devotees.